Hello. There we are, April 21st, 6:30, select board meeting. I'm just seeing if there's anything, public reminder. Okay, so we have no additional notes up on the top. So, roll call. Richard is absent. Phil?
Here.
Scott?
Here.
Susan? Here. And Carolyn? Pledge of allegiance, please. Pledge of allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, approval of the minutes. And I have a motion for April 2nd, approval of the minutes for a special select board meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from April 2nd, special select board meeting.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Pass.
Can I interrupt? We have 2 public hearings,
This evening, yes.
and we normally do those before, before the meeting. It's okay, you opened.
Oh,
Sorry.
do you want, okay. I didn't,
They're on the second page under new business.
But on the very top.
they're on new business?
On the very top of the
Oh,
agenda.
Yeah.
on new business, yes. Okay. Sure. Okay, well, you wanna jump? We can jump, sure. All right, so we're gonna jump right into public hearing. Public hearing number 1, renewal application of Grand Central Wine Bar LLC, doing business as Central Wine Bar, for a special amusement permit. Okay, I just want to pull up my paperwork real quick. I got a couple of trees here, hold on peeps. All right, Karen Mason, is it only one sheet?
It's 3.
Special news, there's 3 sheets?
Yeah. This is one for each. She's got 1, 2, and 3. I'm idiocy of her.
Okey dokey. Well, all I have is
Right
one.
here.
I
There's one.
have one.
Right here.
Am I missing something? Public hearing for renewal application.
So there should be
There should be 3.
the paper in there so that's for the special amusement.
Yeah.
And then the other one just listed what they were, so the state does that one there, yes.
So these are the 2 that should be here.
Yes.
So it's only
Oh, it's
these
a
2.
public, okay.
And so the public hearing is just discuss it, and then we can wait for you guys to approve it if you want.
Okay, no, that's fine, I just didn't see it on the top, so. No problem. Okey dokey.
And I think Karen said she was gonna have someone coming on her behalf, but
Is someone here on behalf of Karen Mason?
you're just here in case questions,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. All right, so public hearing number 1, is for a special amusement permit. It looks like, from what I can see, it's pretty standard. Piano music, singing. So this is a public hearing, so are there any questions or concerns or anything that needs to be asked?
I have a
Do
question.
you know what class permit it is that they're applying for?
What class?
A, B, C, D, or E?
Are you speaking of the liquor license? Or
Talking about the
Special
amusement.
it's just the town standard
Town.
special amusement that,
It's the same one that was last time,
We
just
have
a special amusement permit.
ordinance.
You have a what?
We have a special amusement permit ordinance. It's number 24 in the big book.
So isn't this the application to the state?
It's usually gone through the state,
it
usually
should
always.
be,
Did you say 24?
Yeah.
I think it might state it right on the ordinance that was posted in the paper. And that was put up around town.
This is just standard. We
Right.
usually
This
just,
is a standard amusement for piano.
In compliance with the town's special amusement permit ordinance. And that
basic lingo.
That is what it says. If that's ever been different, I've never known that.
It has to do with the entertainment, the type of entertainment, whether it's gonna be amplified, or one singer, two singer, dancing, all that sort of stuff. It's like, there's A, B, C, D, and E for stuff,
That's a piano bar.
classifications.
I don't,
It's ridiculous.
I mean, she signed it that she's read the rules and regulations of the special amusement ordinance dated. I mean, I don't
The ordinance
see,
is very specific as to what class, you're applying for, though.
Okay.
That's the reason I asked the question.
So this is piano, music, and singing, which
Yep.
is stated here. So, which is unbeknownst to me, I'm only using,
Is it amplified, does it say amplified
no,
music?
no?
No,
it's
it's
a
not.
piano.
Then it's probably like, it may be class C. I don't have the book with me, I was gonna bring that with me.
So this would be the only time that this is brought to my attention. I mean, I've only been doing this for 3.5 years, but each special amusement, nothing ever has been brought up if it says A, B,
Yeah.
C, D, E, or F. So I'm
Everyone-
Every
not
single
aware.
one of them.
Everyone we've ever signed off on,
Yeah.
it just comes to us like this.
Yeah,
Right, so if something is different,
Do you have the big book of ordinances that have all the fireworks ordinance and,
I don't believe I have that on me right now, no.
okay.
So I do have a question.
you have a question?
When the
Sure, go
audience-
ahead.
When the audience is done,
I'm sorry?
if the audience is done,
Well, I mean, we don't have that information, and I'll be honest with you, then something should be updated
Right,
on
which I
the
didn't
applications,
know.
so we're not
Sorry.
aware of it.
Go ahead, Bill.
Go ahead, Phil.
so on this, that's my question. It relates to not necessarily the sections that are available. I've never seen that either. But the bottom line is, what does this mean? What are they allowed to do?
That's what the classification has to do.
The same thing she was allowed and approved for last year, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean,
If-
she hasn't
if-
changed anything.
If she's described something, is she held to that?
Yep. Well, this is what she does. Everybody that goes there in town knows that's what she
It
does.
says it
Yeah,
on
but
this.
But on the internet, she's now intending to run year-round, and that, to me, indicates some sort of a change.
It says description of entertainment right here, piano, music, and singing.
So, does this board agree that she would be held to that only?
That's what she's
That's
applying
what it's
for.
applying.
That's what it's applying to.
That's how we've always
That's
done it.
how,
Well, I don't mind approving it,
No.
that's what it means.
I'd like to
and-
see that ordinance,
And
to
she
be
has to
honest
come
with
either
you.
back before us or to the planning board if she's gonna change it.
Yeah, I'd like to know when, because we've always got them just like this, and we've just
Same.
approved
I know
it.
we have.
is there
So you're
a,
thinking she need, I'm sorry, you're
Sorry.
thinking she needs to go to the planning board because she's gonna stay open all year as opposed to just the summer?
Well, the question there is it a change of use?
Yeah.
I would think it would be the same, but yes, that's a question.
And if that,
who's the
And
representative
what time
here for the wine bar? Would you mind coming up front?
State your name.
so my question is, if the change in operating hours, let's call it, I guess, or operating time is a change of use, does that require going back to the planning board?
I don't think-
If it's going to be a different
Changing
type of venue, is that a change of use, and does that require going back to the planning board?
But
So
she's
that's
saying-
my question.
Yeah, but she's saying it's piano, music, and singing.
I'm
Same-
okay approving that
Yeah,
as
same,
long as we're
same thing she
limiting
got
it to
approved for
that.
last year, yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we ask her, she might know.
It's the same as last year.
It's the same as last
Yeah,
year?
it's
Is she
just-
planning on staying open yearly? Do you know?
They're attempting to, yes,
Okay.
yeah. But it doesn't change.
But it's the same.
It doesn't change, yeah, it doesn't change the perspective she has right now.
Okay.
David?
Do you know if the different classes have different requirements for space size?
I don't even know there was classes.
Question.
And so
Okay,
this is the first time we've heard of this ordinance, and.
Me too,
I'm-
but
But I
shouldn't we be voting on stuff that we know about and not?
I would think so,
Yes.
and
Yeah, I think we should be.
Because we did it wrong Doesn't mean we
every-
keep doing it.
No.
But we've done it this way for every application that has come through. This is the
Well,
first
you've been
one.
doing it wrong then, for each one. That's my.
Yeah, it's a miscommunication, Dave, because I've never heard of it either.
Letitia, is
Do
there,
what you wanna do. I'm just
No.
pointing
is there
out.
all the
No, I
ordinances
get what
in
you're
the
saying.
It's
office?
wrong.
Yep,
Just curious.
maybe we need clarification on it.
It might
I
be
think we
codes
should do this
office,
next
but
meeting
no
and
one
get
is in
clarification.
there.
I don't.
I can go in there and see if I can pull up the special amusement one right now. It's just, I mean, we've been doing SK and K everybody this way, as
Absolutely.
well as all of the wedding
Wedding venue.
venues, so
Yeah, I
unbeknownst to me.
But if we're doing it wrong, we should look into it.
Right, yes.
But I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it, so that's,
It's never come up before.
I just read it this
I just-
afternoon.
you just heard of it this afternoon, but is that in
I
our,
just read that ordinance this afternoon.
in our ordinance?
It's in the large book of ordinances under special amusement. There's like 25 different ordinances in that big book, including land use and.
Well, there's a couple of different things here. One is, we're discussing a change in how we've done this in the past. We're also discussing identifying what the uses are, and we've never done that. So I would say we should table this until next meeting and get definitions.
Well, we're not changing what we're doing. so-
No, you're not changing. what you're
Yeah, if we were changing what we're doing, I could see that. but-
All right, let's get a few more people. Tina, go ahead, you were up next.
It's fair to the applicant that if we don't know this, all except for David, who can memorize the Constitution of the United States in 5 minutes, okay? That she should be held back if she's planning to do the same thing.
I agree.
Then we can look.
When does she open?
Beg your pardon?
When does?
Memorial Day. The
Memorial
target's-
Day?
the target's Memorial
So
Day.
do we have another meeting between now and Memorial Day?
I don't know.
Or hold her accountable for the summer
We've got a couple of meetings between now and then.
I
We
don't-
certainly could identify this without holding
I
up
don't think
the
it's her
applicant.
issue. I think it's our issue. So
I do too, but I
she
think it's a
applied-
public
she-
issue as well.
She followed the same exact process as everybody else did. So I don't have an issue with this. She's doing the same thing.
I think we have knowledge that we should change how we operate.
Can you approve it for the time frame we would have normally been open and rather than?
I think
That's what I was just
We'll
getting
get our
at.
What's her time,
accountability
her timeframe is what, Memorial Day
Memorial Day.
to Labor Day?
So we have
Or
two
to-
That's what
meetings.
was typically, yes.
That's what's typically?
That's what it was, yeah.
It's not a change of use, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's no changes to what we're doing other than looking into doing it here now. So,
Excuse me, Ms. Slip.
Oh, sorry, John.
She states on that application exactly what she's doing. Is it her responsibility to pick A, B, C, D, E, F, G?
No.
Or is it the select board's responsibility to allocate it based on use? Because it seems to me that that is doing what the ordinance is saying. It just isn't spelling out what level it is.
Well, what I see is if they're not getting the application that says that they gotta pick A, B, C, D, G, Y, Z,
Yeah.
S, but if they ain't getting that, how do they know
How
about
do
it?
they know? And she's putting the use on there, so isn't it up to you guys
But-
to determine what
but-
you give her for a level?
I
Because she's
agree,
giving
but
it to you.
I just would like to know what the levels
I would
mean.
agree with that, but we don't know what the levels are.
I would love to.
You got the
know
ordinance?
somebody to look that up.
You have
Is
a
there anybody-
professional here. Why don't you have a-
Well, This
You
is
have the
not
book?
correct. This should be for public notice. And we're in FOA.
Carolyn,
See
violation.
if you could pull the
Carol,
amusement.
Pulled it right up on my phone.
Can
There's
I
the
see,
classes.
please?
Absolutely.
We're all on a learning curve.
You got another question, I believe.
Go ahead, who's next, Paul?
Paul.
We don't even have the information to dispute here. It's just a renewal of her existing application according to what we, the public, see. So we don't have any right to dispute what she's submitted for renewal. It's just
You know-
renewing the existing application.
I'm gonna defend her because it's not on our application.
Exactly.
So if it's not on our application, then shame on us for not putting it out there.
But I think after we,
So I
I think we should
think-
renew this today, but I think in the future, we need to look and figure out what the hell we're missing and make it
This goes back
correct.
to when I said that we should have people scanning this stuff.
If we approve it today and then we have
First
it
of all,
looked
she doesn't
into.
have an amplified system, she has a piano, and there's a mic there to sing.
That's
I-
amplified.
It is,
With the mic,
it is
it's
amplified.
Yeah, oh, no, wait, I'm sorry, she does not have a mic there to sing, there's no mic there. I know, that it's not on the piano, there's no mic there. Right, Kurt, you know that, right?
I'm assuming she's gonna have what she had last year.
She's-
But there's no mic.
What is it now?
Well, this is what
Nothing
her
has changed.
representative
Yeah,
is saying. It's
There's
the
no
exact
mic on
same
that
setup.
Nothing has changed.
Nothing's
That's
changed.
all I
Nothing has
can-
changed.
I can only say nothing has changed.
She's
but I-
renewing an existing.
All right, well,
I have one question.
Sure.
Is she planning on having live bands outside again? That's what she's done in the past.
live bands outside?
She doesn't have a band, she has one musician.
She's had a couple singers.
Yeah, she doesn't have a band. I don't think she did it much last year, did she? I
Yeah.
think she.
I don't think that
everybody
makes
in.
sense for a singer to be outside.
Yeah, but
That's
it,
typically what she's
Well-
done since she opened, is
and she
on the
closes,
weekends.
but she
She
closes
has
at 9
outdoor.
o'clock at
But-
night, so.
But
Just-
I'm just bringing up the fact that that is amplified.
That is,
Yeah.
yeah, it is, she's outdoors, yeah.
That's
Can I
it.
speak for a second?
Yeah, go ahead, Scott.
I don't think it's gonna affect her if we do wait till the next meeting though, just to get
Yeah.
clarity and make it happy, peaceful, you know? I don't have a problem signing it the way it is, but if we are doing something wrong, maybe we should look into it, but I don't think we are because it's not stated, but
I think we should
we could
have-
do a little research in a week and it's not gonna affect them, is all
I
I'm
think we should
saying.
have the common courtesy for her to approve it, and then we look into our mistake of how we.
Oh, I agree, it's a
approach this.
mistake on our behalf.
So I
but-
think I think she did everything she was supposed to do. She filled out everything we asked her to,
Okay.
and she's not changing anything. So if we need to review that ordinance and move forward changing things on this application, I think that's up to us to do.
I agree,
I think it should-
but
I
I
think the
just don't think
application
it's
should
that
have
big
been
a deal if
I
we
don't
waited the
either.
week.
Well, I don't think it's a big deal if we approve it.
Why don't you ask your town manager? I mean, he's your.
What's your opinion,
professional
John?
Wouldn't you wait to be spoken to?
Well, do you remember, David Welch, when you read the ordinance? And do you remember what the levels were, like level A is?
Yeah, once you get into dancing and amplification, you're into D and E. Before that, like C would be, that's without any mechanical devices, you know.
Okay, so what if
So
she,
if you said C, that would mean that the music's not gonna be amplified, they're not gonna have dancing. But you can have two, I think it's two singers and music, but non-mechanical.
She closes at 9
I'm so
o'clock.
glad we're thinking about our businesses in
You
town.
can have dancing on.
This is the whole reason why people criticize us, because we're really not thinking about our businesses.
I think we need to move on.
We were asking John his opinion.
you want me, I get.
You can answer them, John, go for it, but it's gonna be up to us.
So I just want to ask one more question. Does what she's applied for, do you know what level that is, A, B, C?
It appears to be C, but, you know, I want to leave that up to the select board. You guys are going to make the decision.
We didn't ask her to choose a level, so I don't think it's appropriate.
I think that
Throw
the
it back at
application
her.
needs to be updated.
Yeah, I do too. I think
I
she
have
did
another-
everything we asked her to do.
That could be next year's application.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause,
it's 4 times 2 if you're gonna do.
I think we need to, it's our era.
I mean, it's
not
yeah,
hers.
It's not hers, it's ours.
Phil's got a-
She's read the ordinance and the regulations of the amusement. I mean,
She's doing the exact same
she's
thing.
doing exactly
She's
what
been
she was
doing.
asked for.
Phil's got something else.
Good, Phil.
What I think we should do, where it does, apparently it does no harm to wait one meeting, I think we owe it to the public to get our act together, put the correct information out to the public so they have FOAA notification, and then we vote on the next meeting. I think it does no harm and it corrects the problem.
But I have one question to that. Does she have to redo the whole application process at that point? Would she have to do that?
Well, she would have to tell us, we would have to notify her.
Or is it simple as telling us A, B, C, D?
Well, if ABCD is already in the ordinance, she can read the ordinance and tell us what she
I
wants.
Yeah,
don't
but
think
there's no
it's her
place
issue.
stated for
It's not
that.
her issue, it's our issue. So we can address the misbeings of what we're doing, but it's not, it shouldn't go back on her.
The only question I have
This
is,
doesn't. It
what are
just
we gonna
corrects-
get done? The only thing I ask is, what are we really gonna get done in the next 2 weeks as far as updating this application?
Somebody-
Nothing.
She's gonna tell us what level she wants, the public.
Every
will
one
then-
of you have been in that
What
does that matter
establishment.
what
Excuse me,
I know.
Because it's in
Every one
the
of you.
ordinance, and that's what they're trying
I
to
think
push
we need
now.
to-
when you're done,
I
I'd like
think
to
that-
speak.
I think we all need to read the
So,
ordinance.
if we can't operate, we have a public hearing for public input.
Yep.
We've gotten
Yeah.
input that questions the method on which we're doing this system. There's no harm in this application to put it off 1 week, correct the numbers, she can tell us what level she's applying for, the people can be notified, and we can go ahead. If, there's no license, if you've made errors in the past, that you should continue that license.
So,
It's just mind-blowing that.
so public opinion, I mean, how many feel that, I think it's ridiculous.
This
Tina,
isn't-
my
Just like
opinion.
the other day.
We're not changing what we're doing.
Exactly.
That's the only concern
And
I
we're
have
not.
about pushing it is
But we've been made,
the
we've
plan.
been made aware of, so we've done it in the
This
past.
is not public opinion, this is public fact. All right, she's applying to sing and play the piano, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Under the classifications, Class A, single instrumentalist without mechanical amplification, and Class B is single instrumentalist and vocalist without mechanical amplification. So all they're doing, you're looking at A and B. That's it, period.
So if we're looking at A and B and reading what she wrote, it says piano, music, and singing.
So it would be A and B.
That covers
If you're
it.
willing to put, we approve A and B on this application, I'm fine with that.
She doesn't even know what A and B means. I don't think it's
That's why I
her.
think we should give her
signed
the
that she read
opportunity
it.
to
I
look
know, but
at
it's
it.
not her.
We're not gonna speak.
I think
for
it's,
her.
I think it's a compromise.
I think it's a compromise, we put A and B on.
A, B, let's do that.
This morning.
Fine.
I'm willing
So that
to
means
do
no
that.
outdoor amplification.
Yeah, that's, A, B will be,
That's correct.
that's what it says here. A and B is what it's explaining in her
Tina,
hand.
would you read C,
Can I read
please?
C?
Yes, absolutely.
One or more vocalists and/or instrumentalist, it says again, without mechanical amplification.
So it's A, B, C.
Yeah.
This is without though.
Any of the above, D is any of the above with mechanical
So it's D.
amplification, so it's D.
You guys really need to know what you need us, you know what I mean?
No, the application needs to be straightened
So-
out.
Ordinance.
Yeah.
So then,
So
If
it's, D is with amp.
so D's all of them, so all you put's D and that's
Well, I
what covers
think,
it.
I think adding that is speaking
It
for
also
her.
says that
Yeah, and
I'm not
that's
gonna
my
stop
opinion.
here.
I'm here to speak for her and that, to change her application without her
I
being
think
here,
the
but.
classification is ridiculous.
All right, well, if we're gonna do that, and then you're gonna have to, then we're gonna have to postpone it
What we're
until the next
asking
one.
for is, can you at least give us through the summer period like we would normally do, and then
You can get that
have us come
next
to you with the beyond that will meet you, and then by then you'll know
Select board would then
whether
do
A,
the-
B, C, D.
You can get
E.
that at our next meeting, it doesn't hold her up.
Well, the only thing I'm concerned about is any timing as far as getting, like, being able to plan and schedule and do all kinds of things that have to go along with it, so.
Right.
It's
To be
timing is getting
friendly to
tight.
businesses, I
I,
think we should, okay.
John,
All right, one last thing. See, because you don't have it on your application, it's fine, you don't have a definition. She gave you exactly how she's singing.
Yep.
Exactly what she's using for equipment, and it's amplified. Isn't it up to you as the select board?
To make that
To
decision.
assign it as the D, because that is what she gave you for an application. She gave you everything you're asking for, she just didn't give an A, B, C, or D.
Because she
That's
didn't-
your job
she didn't
as a
know they
select
existed.
board to do it.
Yeah,
well, like
I
I
see
said,
that way.
Or you could just write a D on it.
you can just write a D and move forward. I don't have a problem with that.
And then address the fixing of the application
Yep.
for future.
Yep.
That's up to the, yeah, that's up to the.
I'm good with that.
If D is giving her what she has today, then I would go with
Then
that.
that's what we're asking.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I'm good with it.
and then we'll fix it going forward.
We just fix
All
it
right.
going forward.
So,
25 minutes.
so add D to it. And then we'll,
25 minutes on this ridiculous.
I just don't think it's her fault with my page go.
it's not our fault. All right,
So do we need a motion to?
Well, we can't do it
We
yet,
can't
we're
do
in
it,
public
yeah, it's
hearing.
public hearing.
All right, so public hearing, renewal of the application of the Grand Central Wine Bar, doing business as Grand Central Wine Bar for malt. The hell is that word?
Venomous.
Venomous?
No.
Wine and spirit.
Spirit, wine.
Kinda looks like it.
Oh, I can see some nicknames floating around now. Wine and spirit and liquor license.
I had to throw it
Dear
out
God,
there.
help me. These days I come here and I'm like, why? So, all right, so that's public hearing for that. Is there anything from the public on that? It's not Venice, it's wine.
Come on. It sounds
Well,
better
it
that way.
sounded great. I was thinking of a tattoo and everything. All right. Public hearing in compliance with the town's special amusement permit ordinance. I'm gonna read it, and if anyone has anything to say, keep your hand up. And then public hearing number 2 is in compliance with section 653 of title 28-A of the revised statutes of Maine as amended. How's he running around? No charge, tuition. Oh, okay, so, sorry, that's, my notes are not very in the right spot, so there's 4 public hearings there. Does anyone have anything else to say? All right, so I'm gonna close the public hearing.
Are these all for the wine bar?
These are all for the wine bar.
Yep.
I'm gonna go back to the meeting. Just,
You're on B.
I know I am. I know I am. I think I am.
You need a motion for that?
Well, I was just gonna say, there's no line item for a motion. So I'm gonna have to, when we get into new business, and I'm just gonna make a motion there.
Yep.
That's what I'm gonna do. How about that? All right, so B, approval of the minutes, April 7th, Board of Selectmen meeting.
Make a motion, we approve April 7th, 2026 Board of Selectmen meeting minutes.
We have a second?
Second it.
Any further discussion? Because it's pretty lengthy, it's like 9 pages. All in favor? Okay, that passed. April 13th, special select board meeting. Do I have a motion to pass the minutes?
Make a motion to approve the minutes for April 13th, 2026, special select board meeting.
Second that.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
I'm gonna abstain because I wasn't.
Oh, you're outside, okay, that's right, you were. All right. Okay, approval of accounts payable warrant 52. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve the accounts payable warrant number 52.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor? Pass. Approval of
Make-
payroll warrant number 51.
I'm making a motion that we approve payroll warrants, number 51.
Second.
All in favor? Approval of mat lot 002-023-11 abatement.
Make a motion that we approve map lot 002-023-11 abatement.
Second that.
All in favor? Approval of map lot 002-023-11 supplemental.
Make a motion for approval of map lot 002-023-11 supplemental.
Question for clarification. What, is that a supplemental abatement, or what is that?
That's probably
That's-
the
Yes.
reimbursement.
That's, so the abatement, they abated properties.
Yep.
The supplemental is adding.
So it's a supplemental abatement?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a supplemental
Thank
to
you.
the
Second.
abatement. Yep.
You second, all in favor? Thank you. Due to privacy, we're not gonna state any names. There's a, we're gonna keep going. Just
Yeah.
please sign the abatement so we can keep moving. All right, so we're gonna go to old business, safety bylaws from the table, as it says. So, did everybody get a copy and review the safety committee bylaws?
Yep.
Yep.
Does the select board have any questions or concerns?
I have a question. And I asked this last time. So the other bylaws all have references back to like laws that we could have to follow. This one is very simple. It's nice, it's clean, it's simple. Do we have to reference it back like the other bylaws do to have that same verbiage?
Well,
Because it's a.
being the former safety committee chair, I did have a recommendation that somewhere in the bylaws, because the safety committee does follow the state and works alongside of the state, I would like to see some form of a bullet or line item in the appropriate area stating that you co-work alongside of the state of Maine. Because James Tolman is, you know, I'm not sure if he's still the gentleman you're working with, but I know that I had to report into him and send in information and make sure that keeping all the departments, basically making sure everyone's doing their due diligence. So there should be some form of reporting back to him or so forth.
And I could check with him and.
Absolutely, he's cool, like, he'll give you exactly the verbiage that you need to state and put in there, and, yeah, he's good people to
Yeah, and
work
I've
with.
been in contact with
Yep.
him in the past.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, that's the only, I mean, I thought everything else was fine, I just thought that somewhere in that whole, because it does give a definition of what the safety committee is about, and then it also helps with the town to save overall in our insurance policies.
Right.
So there is a reason of why we have a safety committee, so that's what I wanted to bring up.
Should it be consistent with the other bylaws, or does it not need to be? That was fine.
You gotta follow the state, and it's all about OSHA and all that, so there's way more to it.
I understand that, but should it be the same format or not, and just add those pieces?
I mean, I personally think the format's fine, I just think it needs to state something with
That's great.
The state would probably bypass ours anyways.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, all the others are consistent, so I didn't know
Yep.
this needed to.
No, I-
No, I'm just giving you, so I don't lose it in my craziness. Scott, do you have anything on that?
No.
Phil?
No.
All right, so the way I look at it, if we could just get an updated copy on the next select board meeting, and then we can push it through. But otherwise, that was well done as far as I was concerned. All right, we're gonna move on to nuisance ordinance. Just on the fire.
From the table.
I don't know what from the table means.
I had to remove from the table, you told me to take it out.
From the table? No, it's in the,
No, it was tabled last meeting.
so we tabled it and from the, oh, okay. I was wondering, you don't need to
Not from
speak,
the
we
dinner
gotta speak
table.
about verbiage on the agenda, because all right, so that was, yeah, we tabled it last
That
time.
makes sense.
That makes sense. All right, so, does anyone on the select board, I'm sure that you guys have all gone through this. Is there anybody on the select board that has anything to say, add, question? I know the fire chief is here, so we can ask him, and
Yep.
the planning board people are here. Bill, go ahead.
I have a simple question. In the several presentations we have had in public, a certain company's name was mentioned more than once, I believe. And my question is, if we act on this ordinance, do we introduce the ability of that company to file a claim against us, saying that we're initiating an ordinance against them personally? And that's a legal question, so before we move that forward, I would like an answer to that.
They're a pretty big company,
They are.
but they should, you know, there's reasons that we,
I think this is, I think this is a worthy ordinance, so.
I do
Yeah,
too.
no, I understand what you're saying. I'm gonna ask it differently, Phil, if you don't mind.
Yep.
If you're finding, when you're going down, obviously we have a repeat customer with this. Going down there, I'm assuming if we're going to write up
violation.
a violation, depends on the violation, correct? It's not about, it's someone doing something wrong, or something not being done properly, or something that's not in compliance. I'm assuming that when we're writing a violation, all of that will be documented so that we're not attacking or just trying to, as Phil said, pointing fingers. We're acting on the action of why you're going down there. So say the alarms go off, or, I don't know, whatever the nuisance part is. I'm assuming that that's how it's gonna be written.
Yeah, it'll be documented.
Am I making
that way,
sense?
yes.
You know what I mean? Like you're documenting this a certain way, correct?
Yes.
I think that's kind of the only way to approach something like this, Phil, is that,
It has to be uniform
It has to
for
be-
everybody.
correct, yeah. No, I don't disagree with that, but
The writing has to be that, but we, in my opinion, there's a possibility we set a precedent against one party. And that's my concern.
Well, I'm gonna bring up something else.
And if we wait a year, does it do any harm? And
Well,
probably does. but-
That's okay. Let me ask you, what if somebody continuously calls rescue to be either picked up, brought upstairs on a continuous basis? Is that considered a nuisance call?
That's not a nuisance alarm, it'd have to be a separate ordinance or whatnot.
We've had that happen over the
Oh, I
history
know.
of Sebago.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just, yeah, I know, my neighbor. Every day, I don't know how. But long and short, I'm just trying to, I think this goes for all, either businesses or homes or whatever, right? This is across the board?
Yes. Hence why it says nuisance alarm ordinance. It doesn't specify
Specify.
one particular entity or dwelling or facility.
Is alarm the right word? Would a nuisance call? Is there such a, I'm just curious, I'm just sitting here spitballing. I don't know if.
You'd have to define the call.
Yeah.
So is
Yeah, but
the,
we're not defining the nuisance call in here, though.
Nuisance alarm.
Alarm.
Oh, alarm.
There's an alarm system.
Oh, these are alarms. Gotcha.
This is on monitored systems. Most residentials have their own private, either Simply Safe or whatnot, that usually call a house unless you have a contract. with,
Yeah,
like,
no, I know, I got one.
Either Sebago,
Well, you do get charged for it, so I don't have I have a system, and I'm only allowed 2 false a year, and then anything up and beyond, I can get charged by the town, or the sheriff's department, or whomever. So, that's in, what was it, First Choice? What was our, ADT or whatever? So they have those contracts, so,
Okay, so there's one more question I have other than that. That's hanging out there in my opinion, but the board can vote as well. When we approve this is an ordinance as opposed to bylaws that we're authorized to act on. Is this going to legal next? Are we approving this to go to legal?
if we approve this to go forward tonight, then this goes illegal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may want to send it and have
I
them
don't have a
clarify
problem.
that.
I personally don't have a problem with this one going through and having
But
legal review
I would
it.
send it requesting legal,
Requesting
answer that
legal.
question for us.
All right, so do I have a motion on the floor to take the nuisance alarm ordinance and push it to legal for review?
I'll make a motion, we take the nuisance alarm, how's it
Push to
stated?
legal.
Nuisance ordinance from the nuisance alarm thing to the
How you doing?
lawyers, sorry.
Nuisance alarm ordinance,
so your approval?
it's just like,
I approve it to go to the legal.
okay.
Yes.
Do I have a second? Because I certainly don't want to hear it again.
I'll second.
Okay.
I'll second whatever gets it to legal.
All right, so all in favor? All right, Scott, you gonna raise your hand?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was having a brain fart. We'll go through that.
All right, so we're gonna take this ordinance and we're gonna push it to legal for review. Oh, boy.
Can I make a comment on this, please?
No, not till the end.
All right, fine.
Thank you. Fire hydrant ordinance from the table, now I know what that means. Has the board looked over this ordinance and has been able to review and have any questions, concern, comments? I do, so when you guys have done.
I'll make a motion if you're ready for that.
No.
Go ahead.
No, actually, I have a question. So, my only concern with this ordinance, it's not a concern, but it's a question. In the beginning of the ordinance, you have it all proposed developments of 3 or more house lots shall provide a dry hydrant pipe to a minimum of 20,000 gallons.
Yeah.
I get that. In our ordinance, right now, how it's defined is for a minor development with 4 or fewer homes, and then for a major, it's for 5 or more. I don't disagree with the ordinance, I just like to keep the verbiage within our ordinance as we have it stated
So
now.
if it says 4, it should say
So
4.
if it's with 4 or, well, actually, no, it would be 5. Because with 4 or few, because it says minor with 4 or fewer, or 4 or more, with 4 or more maybe. But I guess my thing is, shouldn't we be, we should, I think we should be not making anything else
More confusing?
more confusing than what it is. Should we pick 1, 4 or more, 5 or more? That would be for a major. And the reason why I'm asking this is because of confusion, but number 2, is there a reason why you put 3? And I just want to understand.
Yep, this was originally drafted back in 2011. So that's where...
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
The planning board, it didn't go anywhere at that present time. So that's part where that number came from.
Okay.
I wasn't aware of the updated numbers and
the ordinance?
subdivisions that had changed.
Yeah.
So we're just taking this off what was drafted back in 2011. And I believe Phil Lowe was on board at that time as well.
So I'm going to ask another question then, just real quick. So when you're doing and I don't know about, all right, so 20 gallons.
20,000.
20,000 gallons, like, is that, like, would that be, I mean, would that comply with the ordinance? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I put 5 or more, say if we changed to 5 or more, would the gallons have to be different, or could it be different? No, it has to stay that way. Okay, I just don't know. So I just want to make sure that I'm not putting the fire department in a situation, because I just like to try to keep it uniform with what we already have on the books. So, I mean, again, I don't have a problem with the ordinance, that's the only thing I saw that I think should be changed.
You raised something to me that's another question.
Oh.
With Philip, is your goal to do this for all subdivisions, which would be 5 or more, with the latest language that's coming out of the state, or it will be within a year?
Right, whatever it is.
Or do you want to leave the number something that the select board can approve and change at will? Because that would be a different mechanism than this.
I think it should coincide with our ordinances at the present time. I mean, the ordinance may change, so I think it needs to...
Yeah, I mean, again-
fluctuate with
I think that
change.
should be a call you should be able to make at any time, or the person in your position, okay?
I mean, at the end of the day, you have say, or the fire department has say,
We have a
so.
recommendation, but the planning board has the ultimate say.
Right. That's my opinion on this. I don't have a problem pushing it through the lawyers, but I think it needs to have the same, we have to follow what we have in place right now. So if we change to all proposed developments with 5 or more,
Well, 3 or more, Carolyn,
it doesn't, yeah,
so 3 or more is a subdivision.
no, it's not.
Well, it is currently.
Well, I guess it's a minor development.
It is, but that's what Phil wanted, right? And anymore, there's a distance and we talked about a pumping capacity
Right.
between cistern ponds.
Yeah.
So,
Right. I'm just trying to avoid confusion, because at some point, things change, and as, you know, people change, we'll change, everything will change up, and I'm just thinking that if we stay within what we have now currently and keep it uniform, I mean, that's my opinion. I think we should keep it uniform and not make it any anything confusing. That's all, I think.
Well, the other thing is if we decide due to state changes that this needs to change, we're gonna have to develop an ordinance for that state change anyway. We can change this at that time. So I'm okay.
As long as you're okay.
Well, I'd send it to legal and.
Well, I mean, again,
the state is changing things for
I would
us.
push this through if we change it to match up what we have currently on the books.
I think the question truthfully is Phil okay with
Are
this?
you okay with changing it on the
Have it
books?
state that, you know, to coincide with the state standards at present time, because, again, you guys have to adopt the updated standards.
Right.
So that's
That's
a open,
Right.
that's probably the best way to do it.
We're gonna have to chase this every year or something.
Yeah, it might
You
have,
guys have to change certain ordinances to comply with state standards.
Yeah.
And they change the statute or whatnot, so it could be the same verbiage. I'm
So,
not a legal person, so I don't know how to.
so basically to say it will be with state standard, go with state standards yearly.
As far as, well, because they're changing the
Well,
classification.
why don't we see what legal recommends? I'm good to send this to legal.
okay. Well, anyone else on the board have anything else? Scott, what do you?
No, I see where you're coming from, Carolyn, I really
just
do.
don't want confusion, that's all.
And confusion is terrible, because there's enough stuff that's confusing, but as long as it meets what he wants for the fire department, I'm happy with it, truthfully.
Sean, just, Susan, you have anything you want to add?
My mother's sitting next to
I'm
me.
sorry, that's for you.
No, I agree. I think it needs to be consistent, and I think adding the state verbiage, because it should stay in the state limits as well.
Yeah,
Okay,
sounds good.
so we're gonna have, all right, so someone's gonna have to recommend this to be pushed through and to follow state
Standards.
standards.
You want a motion? You
But
want-
yes, I'd like a motion, please.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we send the fire hydrant ordinance item C on to legal.
And you want to say meet state standards? Or
What's that?
you want them to meet state standards, or do you want them to follow the ordinance that's in place?
I want legal's opinion. What's the best way to say this? And that way we'll get that back and we'll vote to send it to warrant.
Okay, so, John, when might want to write a note on that one, so we're gonna either, so I guess the way to look at this is, we're gonna pass this through, we're gonna put a motion on the table for the Town of Sebago fire hydrant ordinance to be reviewed by legal, to double check on state standards, and also to review our ordinance on site plan review 7-7.
7-7.
Yeah, because I have it highlighted, so.
Got it.
I amend my motion to say that.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor? All right.
That was a weird way.
Guys are failing at motions this evening, just saying. All right. Okay, now the fun one. Land use updates. All right. So I reviewed this personally. I went through every page. I brought my book. I went through everything. I do have questions. A few of them, actually. So I don't know how, is the board also prepared with questions? And how does the select board want to start this conversation?
I'm good with what we looked over.
Okay. So I'm going to start out with the printed page that we got with the table. I know there's planning board people here, so I'm sure you have it all. So I have a question about that grid. Number 8 with quarrying. I swear to God, Mike. We have it that the planning board, it can come to the planning board in a rural district, not in a rural residential, and not in a village. So we're all on the same page with that. What I'm questioning is the planning board has added asphalt paving plant. No. Temporary asphalt paving plant. The village planning board. Rural, both residential and district, was a no. Concrete plant, no. Cement plant, no. Temporary concrete plant, planning board, village, rural, and rural district, no. So my question is, we are gonna look at a quarry in the rural district, but we're not gonna look at it for temporary, like asphalt. We're not gonna look at it for temporary concrete. I just wanna know the thought process that was behind that.
So firstly, we're dealing with things that were given to us, all right?
Okay,
These were given to us. Specifically in our comprehensive plan right now, it says we want to, I'm paraphrasing, but we don't want industrial and commercial use in the rural areas. So
Okay.
and thirdly, we call it the village district, but that brings to mind a cute little village. Really, it should be that you could call it the commercial zone, the industrial zone if you want, or the development zone. It's just a bad name for what is intended to be there. That's where your concentrated development is supposed to be, in that part of town, right now as we speak.
okay.
So we're talking all village?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play ignorant here. Where I live, am I village? I'm village.
Nason's Beach is a
Nason
village
Beach is
too.
village. Long Beach is village.
Long Hill,
Long Hill's village.
that's the Conji Road, I believe.
Here is village
You're
as well.
sitting in a
I'm sorry?
village here.
Here is village as well.
Yes,
I got
it
a
is.
question.
So where would the Andersons be?
They're in rural.
They're
They're in
rural.
rural.
So that was my question also, is why are
Okay.
you proposing for the planning board to put these in the village district when we strongly opposed the quarry going there?
That's why.
If you also look, read further, there's a 1,500-foot setback from any quarry and any residences. So by definition, again, of the comprehensive plan, that's where they should be. So 1,500 feet is quite a ways. You can't probably go too far in any village section more than 1,500 feet without coming up against a house. So,
I would guess you're probably right.
I got
so
oh, sorry.
Okay.
I have a question to just this whole area. What's the difference between a concrete plant and a cement plant? Are you talking like dry powder, like down to cement Quebec there and liquid cement? Okay. That's what I figured, but I wasn't sure.
So we think we've done the best to, as Susan puts it, you know, it's evident we don't want that stuff, or a majority of the town doesn't want that stuff.
Then why wouldn't you put no?
What's that?
Why wouldn't you put no
We're
there?
advised legally not to do that.
You're gonna have a gateway, because they're coming in to do the state.
Well, we have a quarry and no, and then rural district planning board, so,
Again, Susan, we weren't asked to
Quarry,
do
we
that,
have it for
to
rural.
address that, so.
well, I'm
we
just
did.
doing a comparison, so I
Yeah,
think
I
it's a
get
pretty
it.
good
I get it.
comparison, the same industry. So I'm still confused of why the planning board is in the village district.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
You mean the planning board? Oh, because they
planning
wanted
board.
to go through the planning board.
I understand that, but why would you choose that area? Why wouldn't you say no there?
Who advised you?
So we were dealing with a planner at the time, and again, this should go through legal. So that's a question you can ask their legal before it goes to town.
So
We don't.
So
have
the
any
planner
intention.
gave you the direction, not a lawyer?
No, they were advised by the planner.
Well, that's
Again, he said, you know, through history in other towns, there's been legal battles, and as long as you give them some option, it's,
Yeah, there's always gotta be that gap.
right. And again, I'm not a lawyer, so
So
I
are you putting it in the village, and I'm just clarifying, you're
Yeah.
putting it in the village district thinking that it would never happen because there's not enough space?
we're putting it in the village district
Why
because
it's there.
that's not why we did it.
That's where businesses go.
We're putting it in the village district because that's where the comprehensive plan says it should go. And that's why it's there.
Has this, been, I'm gonna hold off on asking that question.
Originally, we had all
I saw when you had all no, and I kind of like that, but,
Well, because if you can't be, you can't technically be a hardcore no, because that sets you up for lawsuits. Because then they'll come in and fight the fact that you're not a workable town.
I think, you know, myself, I would say all no's, and my reason for thinking all no's is a smart thing, and legal has told me different as well. But my theory on all no is somebody comes in and challenges it.
Yeah, you could be brought
That
to,
buys you the time to
Yeah.
put it into a moratorium before anything can happen. And if it gets amended that way, it gets amended, but it buys you time for the town to respond if it's all no's. But I've heard the argument, just what David said. And it probably does add some credence that you allow it somewhere under some condition, and if that's difficult to do, so be it.
is it wise to wait until the comprehensive plan is in place because ours is so old? Right, we're going off of very, very dated information.
yeah.
I'm concerned about current companies and businesses right now. I mean, you know, we've got some big ones operating in the village district that looks very, very restrictive. Now, I bought one, I understand it's not a perfect world, but I'm concerned that I mean, where we are in the comprehensive plan, I mean, if we're updating that, then we have some,
Well, I don't think it hurts to make interim adjustments myself. I think the more adjustments you can make, the earlier you can make them. It reflects a current line of thinking, which should transfer into
All right, well-
into the plan, but.
I do have more questions. I don't, if you guys want, I'm gonna hold off on that grade part because I'm still kind of toying in the head. The second page, you guys changed residential lots with some, I thought that was a smart move because dwellings can be anything. Design criteria, backlot driveway design standards are included in section 533 of this ordinance.
What page are you on now?
Second page.
4-9.
The section part, there was another part in here too, that there was sections, I don't find them applicable, I don't know where they are. I was just curious if you could answer that question.
What is the question?
Where is section 5.33C?
Is that the road specs? Hang on.
It's
Yep.
probably a page number,
What's this section?
is it 5? So, what's the number?
5.33C?
It's pointing to an existing part of the ordinance for a description of that. That's all.
Ours.
Yes. Again, trying to build in some ease and continuity.
No.
If you read that alone, it kind of goes nowhere.
Okay, I don't have one.
So the reason, you mean in your packet?
No, I don't have one in my book nor my packet. So,
Okay.
do you have any idea what that define is? Because I don't see it. This is my Bible that we are currently working on as of today, and I couldn't find it. So I just don't know what you're referencing it to.
Would you say it was 533?
5.33.
It's actually, if you go to your page 520, I think you're gonna find that 33 is streets.
520?
Yep, page 520 at the bottom, in the packet you have.
Oh, in the packet I have.
Number 33 is streets,
Okay.
if that makes sense. It's
Design,
item,
so a backlot,
it's item
backlot
30.
driveway design standards are included with this ordinance.
Confusing when there's pages that way.
And that's on page 523,
Right,
the description for backlot project.
Okay, so that should be 523, not 533.
it could be.
Is that am I,
You'd have to ask Derek, he's our secretary.
Let's see.
okay.
But if it's.
I don't see a C. I just, if the plan is writing things and he's referencing back and taking, if he's like anybody else, you're looking at other ordinances and you're pulling it, it may not be relevant for us. So I'm just trying to make sure that we're referencing back properly. So I guess we'll have to ask Garen on that.
Jeremy,
Yes,
if you look on page 521,
521.
520 West 33, and that says streets.
Yep,
If you look over on 521, you'll see it, design and construction
Backlot
standards.
driveways. Yeah.
so it's 521?
It's actually on page 521, but it's item 33 under 5. Section 5,
All right, so 521.
page 5. Backlot.
And what is it? All backlot driveways, right there.
And then everything's on 522.
That could be a little less confusing.
Yeah, jump from here to there to there.
Can I just
So what was the
make one
question?
suggestion? I mean, these are only one page and we go through them subject line by subject line. It, rather than have us jumping all around, because we're jumping around going from page to page, as you all are, it might make more sense if you just give Bob a chance to read down through these and
Condense it,
Good idea.
kind of condense it.
Good idea.
It's very brief.
that'd be awesome.
You guys have copies? No, so.
You have
Oh, I got a copy, I'm
Well-
looking at it.
You can go through it. I'm not gonna, but I still have questions on what you passed through for us to read. There's definitions in here and things that I would really like to, and I briefly looked at your paperwork tonight that was given right before we started. So I guess I want to ask you, if that's how you guys want to present yourselves, that's fine. But I still have quite a few questions, and I really want to resolve this evening. So you tell me how you want to do it. I went through this with a fine-tooth comb, just so that we can save time and face with legal. It's up to you.
Should we have
Completely
some-
up to you.
Should,
If the board wants to hear them on that chart,
We could
it's completely up to you.
we could go through just the key points.
either that or
If-
have a workshop.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd
it's,
rather have a workshop, because I think there's a
well,
lot.
you have a workshop, it's not gonna make it through. We're gonna lose time, so that's why
Oh, I was just-
I'd like to get this, we have to push it through to the lawyers tonight, otherwise they ain't gonna make the town meeting.
Let's do key points and that'll kind of march us right through it.
I know.
And Carol, hopefully that doesn't start to do too much. So on the design and construction standards for both streets and gravel roads, that's one major chunk of ordinance. The key points here are change dwelling units to residential units and also design criteria for backlot driveways, page 4.9. Is that what you guys have in front of you, 4.9?
Yeah.
It's just two small references.
Yeah.
Also, see new private street and backlot driveways on pages 520 and 21.
Yeah, I've got some questions on that.
520 and 21.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
So just kind of doing a little bit of homework, you have private street. And a lot of ordinances in other towns have ways that follow and with private streets. Was that ever discussed? It was. And what conclusion did the planning board come up with on that
I
one?
think you'll find that language is consistent with our ordinance.
I understand that, but we're also changing the ordinance, so I was curious if there was any other thoughts on that, because we have so many definitions in this town. I was just curious if ways was gonna fall under that.
No, I don't believe we addressed ways at all, or included it in any of our,
No, they discussed it.
I haven't ever seen it.
yeah, it means the same thing.
And just defining it, private streets, you've got, private streets are to be maintained by the owner in common ownership, but you also have it that 3 to 9 residential lots. So I was a little concerned with that because that is on all new business, going forward, there was no definitions. Are we changing what we have now in place? It just seemed a little bit, I was looking for a little bit more of a definition. You explained it, but it sounds like a little bit open-ended to me, where if you have a private street, the street designed to serve as a primary access of 3 to 9 residential lots, which meets the design standard for private streets, which it does, but you also, if you're looking at other towns, this town's a little different, so I'm trying to stay within how we're set up. Private streets are to be maintained by an owner or common ownership entity such as homeowner association or road association, and shall not be accepted as a public street unless the street is proven to meet public road standards determined by Public Works Director and the state of Maine professional engineer.
So our standards under private road on page 523,
Yep.
they're the same as our minor streets and just a little bit narrower than a collector street. So once you start getting up to 3 to 9 lots, that's a requirement.
18 foot with a 3-foot shoulder.
Nope.
So is this
On
on
a private road? Private's 18 foot with a 3-foot shoulder.
Yeah, there's 20.
Road base minimum 18 inches.
Yeah, it's just,
Base minimum, yeah, sorry. Sorry.
I have it as 20, a 60-foot right-of-way, 20-foot width of pavement.
20 foot, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
Again, that's as every heavy duty a road as we require in this town.
Yeah.
So do we have, did Christina ever say, do we have private streets in this town?
Well, we don't, but we could have.
Private road. So it's not a street.
Your blue signs,
Same
your
thing.
private roads.
Roadways, streets, same thing.
And if it is the same, I think it has to be.
I think what
defined.
happened
The
was-
definition needs to include that.
I'm just concerned because, like, I'm on a public easement.
That's,
And again, am I grandfathered?
Your grandfather.
Yes, and that's stated
And I saw
clearly.
I saw the dates.
Yeah.
But again, it just seems, I'm a little concerned about this open-endedness of it. And that's my opinion. I mean, the board can also tell me otherwise. Someone has to convince me that I'm not thinking, maybe I'm thinking wrong, I don't know, but.
I think you are. I think that this clarifies a private road, and a private road has got to be built to the town's road standards typically. And if it's private, it's just private.
So is it going to be a private road or a private street? Because I think, shouldn't we be, or either that added, like private street / roads?
Well, I
Just
think-
to have a better definition of it?
Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying,
No,
like,
it's good.
but I'm
You're
just
right.
trying to figure
Well, I
out,
think
like,
your
you
legal
know.
review is going to pick that
Main
up.
definitions, we were told, includes all of them.
Road,
To your
street.
point about having clarification in our definitions,
Right.
you're right, we didn't do that, but
But I think that's going
legally-
to clear up the confusion.
I think
think
legal
you're
is
right
going to do
also.
that.
So, And I'm,
why
and
can't we
here's
talk
why,
about
this
it
is
here?
minus.
Well, we can, you know, we can give legal some guidance as well. But
So, like like on the second page, on 521, you have minor streets and private roads. So it's just confusing.
I don't disagree with you. If we
Like,
had
what do you
had, so if we had had access to a Word document, we could have searched those out and made those edits. I'm not going through and changing all that stuff because
No.
code enforcement won't give me a Word document to do that, so, you know. That's all.
Street, road, tomato, tomato.
I know, but
Well,
you're-
yeah, but it's not though, because if you really.
Oh, I get it.
Because when you start reading, like I was reading Raymond's today, I spoke with Standish today, live to the town planner, like, they're all their definitions mean something in a
Well,
certain way, we get certain regulations.
It sounds like they need to adopt, like, either call them streets
what are we
or
gonna call 'em,
roads
you know?
or whatever you want.
I mean, I'm not trying to be that person, but I'm
No,
just trying to.
it makes sense, Carolyn.
I'm just trying to-
It's not clear.
It should be addressed, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should have a
I
little
think
bit.
we make a note on this and still send it to legal.
Kurt's got his hand up.
Kurt, you
I
wanna?
don't have this ordinance in front of me, but I could be wrong, but I think that the main purpose of this, from the beginning, was to find a way to, I think if you look at that chart, every road we build in town is supposed to be blacktop.
Oh, now you're going to the table,
Did
okay.
I
You wanna just jump to the
skip ahead, or-
table? Because the table got
I'm
really,
just thinking.
it really got added to.
The purpose of this ordinance, I think, is for Christina to have the ability to give a permit for a private road that does not have to be blacktop.
Yeah,
Which, if it's a private road, it shouldn't have to be blacktop.
no.
Well,
If
yeah,
If they're maintaining it,
If it's a homeowners
it's a
association.
homeowners.
right.
And they're gonna maintain it, it shouldn't, you can't force them to blacktop it. But I think that chart,
It says it,
if you go by that chart, I think you have to.
no, not on a private road.
The old chart.
The old chart, so like I said, just step in if I'm, as long as that's been
So the old
addressed,
chart, I
I
don't know
think that
what
was the purpose of this
The
ordinance.
new chart has two new columns, backlot driveways and private roads.
Okay, like I said, I don't have that in
Those
front of
do
me,
not need to be-
but that's been addressed, I think that was the purpose of this whole thing
Oh.
from the beginning.
that does.
Carolyn, if
Yeah,
you're-
no, it does, I got it.
If you're on that chart, if you're looking at that chart, Carolyn.
Yes.
If you look up above it, 14, that addresses, that says your grandfather.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah, I saw, no, I did, I saw that, I'm just trying to kind of keep things a little bit more, because when you start reading it, you go back and forth on a billion times, you're like, Jesus, is it a street, is it a road? But this says private road, so this table, all right, so that was one of my other questions, this table, designed for construction standards for streets.
Yep.
Now, when you get into a minor street or a collector street, are these town roads?
Yes.
They are town roads.
And that's all existing today already.
So does it need to state that? Or does it matter? Is it just, is it a regular
Yeah,
main
I
state
don't know why it
definition?
Pavement.
I don't know why it says or
Well, it
paved.
can be-
Pavement is-
Guys, hello, hey,
Sorry.
I don't need another meeting.
No, we had a question she asked about this ordinance.
Sure, throw me under the bus.
Ah, I'm just throwing the,
Children,
We're looking at this one.
Also, Carolyn, if you look on that same page, 5-23, we've got to change the date, because we changed the date of the town meeting from 7/16 to 7/23, so all those 7/16 dates probably should be changed to 7/23.
all right, well, good catch. I didn't
Needs
catch
to be
that.
6/23. We can't have
That's
town
right.
meeting after July, so it
Six.
needs
Can't
to
be,
be
yeah, it had to be
6.
6.
6, not 7.
Yep, everything has to be done by July
Done
1st.
by June.
30 days
And
after.
to clarify your question about town roads,
Oh, yeah, sorry, all right,
No.
so when you go on the grid, so when you guys go on the grid, there's design,
Yeah.
table 5, whatever.
After.
It says backlot, private, minor street, collector. So minor and collector are town roads?
they can be, but you can have a minor subdivision street.
Right,
So they're not town roads.
they're not town roads.
Right. They would be private until,
until they got adopted by the town.
right.
But
So if
this
you're-
chart says they need to be paved.
Yes, it does.
Right, so if you're a
I'll tell you what,
minor,
And this chart, I'm sorry, Carolyn, this chart also says that a backlot driveway needs to be paved, 15 feet wide. And it also says that a private road,
Where are you reading that?
You're on the old one.
I know, but he's,
on the old,
no, the new.
this is
Look
the
at
new one.
the new,
If you go to private road,
right?
come down to minimum width of pavement,
It says payment by,
Mine
minimum
says,
width of pavement in private road, it says 20 feet.
right?
So a private road, you shouldn't have to pave.
Well,
Well, it says
there's
material
other
composition.
arguments on that too.
Kurt, what do you,
Material
Kurt,
composition.
Kurt?
but then
Can I see what you're looking
then
at?
under material composition, it says gravel or pavement.
Because I got a
So
feeling you're looking
we're
at.
looking at something different, I'm assuming, Scott.
No, I think we're looking.
It's the same grid.
Look at the material composition.
I'm in the back lot driveway.
Yes, I know what he's talking about.
Minimum width of pavement, 15 feet.
Go down further.
Go
Go
down
to
further.
material composition.
Where are you? Material composition.
It says gravel or paved.
So let's change that to road surface.
Where is it?
says private road or paved.
I think they all ought to be paved anyway.
Where it says.
Why should a private road be paved?
But it says it right
Because-
there, it
Because
says
what
it could be
happens,
gravel
you
or
generate a
Oh, I was
subculture
looking
of
at this.
people who
No,
always
I'm
wish they had
looking
a
at
pavement.
Oh.
So it states it could be
Yeah,
gravel.
this should be-
This should be.
What's
So
that?
gravel or paved.
We wouldn't be paving it, they would be on that.
So
That's,
pull
no,
those out.
that's not the issue.
it should be that.
We shouldn't be
Well, if
adding
you're not
to the
paving
dirt
it,
road
well,
population.
if you are gonna pave it, then you need to know.
Pavement is gravel.
it's a private
or
road, you should-
bituminous pavement.
Right, but
Yeah,
if
it's
you
a
pave,
gravel or paved.
Gravel's not
you can choose the material, either gravel or, so I guess minimum width of, yeah, so you'd have to pull pavement out of there.
I think it's just stating that in case, the width, in case you
Is that
do
the
pave
width?
it, that's the minimum width.
As
Yeah.
David said, by definition, pavement is gravel or bituminous stuff.
It probably
You can
can
put,
go
you
on.
Yeah,
can
that's
take
in
it
the,
out
that's
and
in the
put,
state grid, I saw that today.
you can take it out and put road surface.
Yes,
I mean,
that will cover it,
doesn't
right
matter.
there.
Take off the word pavement.
So,
Instead of pavement, make it easy. That makes it easy.
can you do can you take pavement out and put something else there, like,
Road surface.
okay, so that's where you're gonna do it? Oh, that's where you would remove it?
Yeah. Are we doing this, or
No, well,
you guys? We agree with you on that.
yeah, just show me where you want it, and I'll go to Gareth on it. I'm thinking there, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, moving right along.
This is a pretty big one, so I'm not interested in, hope you all ate your Wheaties.
I didn't. I need a Snickers.
Don't be snickering. All right. Waivers, I can't that one, asphalt payment, all asphalt payment plans, temporary concrete, I'm still having a problem with that. Okay, 6-3. Number H. You guys are, well, G and H. Other staff actually, hang on a sec, yeah, okay, so this is funky. So if you're looking at this, you have other staff level reviews, town staff, then you go into 7.2, now there's another level of reviews. So the planning board has decided to add a staff level review, and then there would be a minor, and then a major.
So for the staff level, I think we gave to the CEO backlot driveways up to 2 lots. We don't need to be involved in those. right?
Okay, so
That's
staff,
number 2, that's correct.
Yeah, and
That's number 2.
okay, so basically what you're saying is the CEO, not town staff.
right,
It'd be-
well, staff, she is staff.
Staff
She
or
is staff, but I
Garrett.
would probably say CEO.
CEO.
Because
CEO.
because again, when you get into staff, it can be a staff,
You could-
you could put either that, I would recommend CEO/planner.
Yeah, perfect.
CEO plus
Planner.
planner /
Or
designee.
Designate, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean.
Yeah.
All right, and then staff levels. That would be the same thing.
It says by code enforcement officer or their assigned designates.
Okay.
It already says that in that same paragraph.
It says in one of them, but it doesn't say, because when I looked at it from the first, when I looked at it, I was like, okay, who's staff? What do you mean? Who's gonna do it? Garrett?
Second line.
Or someone, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know. I know that, but it's, again, just trying to stay consistent and when somebody's looking at this, because somebody will find something to come after the town for. Planning board code officer, assigned designee. Guys, look it up. Criteria, there's the windows, I don't care about that. Backlot driveway, those are pretty standard, I looked them up in other towns. Driveway. Minor street, that you already answered that question. Sorry, I'm just going, now I'm getting punch happy here, hold on. Public road, like that, you answered me on that one.
There's one more change that has to be made. If you look on section 5, page 29,
5 of 29, okay.
yeah, right at the top of the page where it says one-way operation and two-way operation.
Yep.
You got 3 to 10 dwelling units, there should be 3 to 9 dwelling units, because on the second line, it's 10 dwelling units are open, so you can't have two of the same 10
Okay.
dwelling units.
I corrected it. All right. So you answered my questions, all that. The only thing I'm having a little bit of a hard time is the, this part, whatever you want to call this, tabletop thing.
page is
I have a
that?
hard time with the gateways of rural versus village. I'm concerned about other people's businesses.
What page is that, Joe?
The very beginning, the
This
first
one?
one, I'm going right back to the first one now. Because everything else was
4.6.
answered.
Okay.
4-6.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm concerned about is how we have people in this town that we rely on, and if business, you know, do these people fall in these districts? And, you know, I'm concerned that will they be able to do what they have to do? That's my concern.
I still have a concern on that as well, because I look at, I know your comment back, Phil, was it's the, where
Yeah.
businesses are in the village district. So we have Jordan's store, Sportsman's, and then we're gonna put a concrete plant. I just don't think that fits into that scenario. I think if we're gonna put a planning board somewhere, it should be in a rural district. It's my opinion. It should match
So
the
you'd
quarry.
rather just say
I think it should match the quarry.
Then
I
change
think
it
it
to
should
no.
match the quarry, yes, I do.
It's directly in conflict of what the comprehensive plan says.
But that's
that's
being
right.
rewritten,
It is.
so,
And
seriously though, putting a cement plant in the village next, are we putting it next to the gas station? I just think that's crazy.
I think if you had one, it would be just in Crow's old pit. if
Well,
that
I was
ever
just gonna
happened.
say, that's the pit that I'm,
Right there
I mean,
too,
that's a
though.
shaw pit, so,
That's,
And
is that within 1,500 feet of a house?
Yes.
yes, it
Yes.
is.
It is, but you also have your school there. That was a
Right.
huge concern when we were arguing about the quarry.
I got
So I have an issue with that.
These would be temporary, and they're
I
job
understand
specific, so even if somebody wanted to meet the criteria that we put here, then those plants would just be a temporary plant, and they're a job-specific temporary plant, so they're not gonna be there very long.
So then why would you put it in the village district?
well, because that's where right now we
That's the
have, we have
business
sand.
district.
I
I
know,
don't agree with that.
I know a little something. I know that they're planning on rebuilding 114 from by Kurtz Road to Naples where it widens again. And when they do, they were talking about, maybe Shaw Brothers was talking about putting in a temporary asphalt plant there to,
Oh, so
so-
we're accommodating that?
so that's
That's why they built, that's why they bought that.
that's why they bought it, is why,
But that's been there since I was,
But we're still sitting here saying that the houses are within 1,500 feet of that
Couldn't go
pit.
there anyway.
So then what does it matter?
If you put no.
I don't agree with it.
It's the way we were told, advised to do it by
By
a
the
Planner.
town.
planner who has a lot more experience in this stuff than I do.
Throw
By
the
all
ball.
means, run it by the,
I mean, put it in at zero and run it by the
You know,
attorney. See what happens.
put a slash through it, put a no there
Yeah,
to get it off your table tonight and let legal tell you.
yeah, right, exactly.
does in the rural district, like Quarry, does it have to be a 1,500-foot setback there too?
Yeah, in the quarry,
It
yes.
says all concrete.
Yes.
I don't know.
I was just
I can't
questioning Quarry.
So
That
see,
seems
that's
a
my
long
point,
way.
is to say it
It's a
says
There's
all
the quarry, but there was
concrete.
Yeah,
also,
that's
quarry
why,
also had a buffer. They're required to put a buffer up.
But
Yeah.
I'm just,
No, but I mean, he just said the quarry, 1,500 feet back, concrete.
So let's,
I just have a question if that's
We're
gonna affect the
obviously-
Andersons.
say that again?
Their grandfather.
The
Their grandfathered? Okay.
So if you wanna move this forward, what do you wanna do? You wanna
I
put
mean,
two
are they
no's in
grandfathered?
there?
I
Okay,
do.
so that's
Send it
another.
through to legal?
that's-
I want to
That's
put
another
2
question.
no's.
Let's do that, let's just put a slash.
I
through-
want to ask a question.
Ask it.
If
Chairman.
If I'm trying to pull back, if it's, if it's grandfathered, do we have to state that somewhere?
I think in the beginning, it doesn't say that, isn't there an overriding thing that says,
I think it's set,
yeah.
bottom of the page.
Yeah, I think the acreage is limited, right?
It's right there.
All right,
What was it limited to? 4 acres or something?
it's a what?
Fishing quarry
That's quarry.
is an industrial use in the village of
It's
rural.
industrial
residential
use in the
district,
village,
apply to-
does not apply to the innocent removal of bedrock blasting.
Place of construction of roads.
What was your question again?
So,
All right, you know what, okay, we've got, there's definitely questions here that we have to go through legal. I'm not,
right,
I will, I'll support a motion to have legal review. But it's, I mean,
we can have it reviewed with
I think there's
notes.
a lot of uncertainty here, so I'm concerned that if it comes back, we're gonna have to come back and talk about it.
We may have to.
So that's all, I'll agree that if we make a motion to send this to legal to review,
Yeah.
and then, well, it has to come back. I'd have to see what legal says. That's my opinion. So if someone wants to make a motion and kind of like that, that's, I mean, I don't know if you're all thinking the same way, and I know that everybody's looking to run
I
here.
make a motion, we send land use, this chart to legal for review and then look at it when it comes
And
back.
then just have another discussion.
Yep.
All right.
Second,
Okay. All in favor?
I have a question.
that's right.
Oh, yeah. Any further discussion?
Yes, so there's a lot of questions in here. We're noting every question that's being asked because it's very confusing going through this. So we're gonna send it to legal with how many questions attached? I mean,
A whole bunch, I got a whole bunch.
I know you do. Are we capturing everything that's been going? I mean, you
Yeah, I mean, I
are.
have to sit, we have to sit down with Garrett and
Listen to the
Letitia, did you
tape.
get all that?
Yeah, listen to the tape.
So you made
We'll have to
a
go through the tape, and then we're just gonna have, I mean, I wrote down all my,
so you made a comment earlier that this would have to be approved tonight to make a town warrant, but I think there's a lot of questions in here.
that's why I said I'm only gonna approve it to go to legal to review, because there's a lot of,
It all has to come back to us anyway. from legal.
yeah, so,
Please send this additional document along with it, because it'll help the attorneys figure out how it all fits together.
okay, that's the one you gave tonight. All right, so,
And that document is based on what they asked us to give them before in the ordinance review committee. It just narrows things down for them, gets them to work faster.
Gets them on the right track.
Carol and Phil said
And we're assuming they're gonna jump right on this too, and that may not happen. This may be next year's ordinance.
I mean, I think we have I mean, it's gotta be reviewed, and it's gotta come back, so that's my opinion, so someone has to make a motion.
That was my motion. I
What was your
already-
motion? Then you're gonna send it to legal for review and
And then,
have to bring
yep,
it back?
yep, and Phil seconded it.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
Perfect.
Okay.
You good?
I'll wait until it comes back.
Okay.
Might as well.
There's a lot there. Sorry, guys, but,
So you have other ones, right?
do I have other ones? I don't, no, I think that was,
That's it.
That's all we have.
Staff level reviews, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
yeah. The next was the but he's not here.
Oh, I think you see the,
Yeah,
Estimate.
today.
Yep.
yeah, so there's an
Abrams.
estimate for, I know, we'll have to bring that to, that's not on here, so we'll have to bring, oh, the floor is on here.
Yeah, it is on here.
It is, I take it back.
Yep.
Um,
I recommend we get it done.
So,
so we get it, well, so, what was it, $18,000?
Yep.
Yeah,
So there was an $18,000 quote, and we only got one, right? Should we get another?
He's the one that's dealt with the floor the whole time.
yeah, but I think you should get another one. And
yeah,
my
I think
other,
he's driving out, see that he tries some more.
my other question, I had pickleball lines, and I know the basketball, the school said they were confusing the kids when they were playing basketball. Do we
Oh,
actually
yeah,
have
the staff said
pickleball
that.
here?
Yeah, they
I
have
know we
pickleball here all the time.
Every day,
Well, I know we rent it though. Is it Naples?
every
Well, we
day.
don't rent it. It's donation.
Okay, so Naples uses it.
All surrounding towns do.
Okay.
Where's the money coming out of us? I know that.
So what, no, I'm just saying, but if they're all using it.
I think it's because it was brought in by Cameron.
What, pickleball?
Yeah.
No, pickleball was
Oh, was it?
Brought in
back
prior.
in
It started, yeah, it started,
22.
yeah.
Yeah.
3 years
And
ago, yeah.
then it was to be only 2 days a week when the town office was open. That was
Open.
made when Charles and Scott and Phil and Barry.
Yeah.
And then it went back, I do believe that they're, it's a great sport. I
Yeah,
totally
huh.
agree for.
It's a great floor and I don't wanna see it go
I'm just
unfixed.
asking because I know the school uses it for basketball and
And I
I
do remember
know,
Charles saying that.
I know Charles said that it confuses the kids
Yes.
with the lines.
We do.
So should we,
I think, I
should
mean,
we permanate them or should they be something removable? I don't know.
well, they're gonna strip it. I mean, if
No, they're
they're,
gonna strip the floor.
they're gonna
and
strip the
it
floor,
needs-
they're gonna have to
It needs to
reline.
be done.
Someone's
I
gonna have to-
understand.
Soon means like putting lines down
I
and
understand, but
pulling them back
who
up,
relines
right?
that?
Who what?
He does.
Who
He does it all.
I understand.
Oh, he does it all.
I
He does
understand.
everything.
My question was, do we make the basketball lines permanent and somehow make the pickleball ones removable? Only a question, because I know the kids use the gym a lot more and they're Sebago kids.
I would recommend that we don't put the pickleball ones down, have them,
Me too.
it's meant as a basketball court.
Yeah.
And that's
Tape
what
them.
it was meant to be, and I think that we should have it done, because that floor means something to me
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So
I mean, if
we
they're gonna
should
do
look at a
pickleball,
fee
can't
for
they
that.
use
And
another
I
tape?
agree,
Can't
I
they use
agree
like a
with you,
tape?
Yeah.
that the basketball line should be
tape or
permanent.
something?
Yep.
Yeah,
No, I don't want it confusing our kids to
Right.
accommodate Naples people.
that's where I'm coming from.
You got something to say?
Well, it's just something with the, so I work at a school, we did their floor, tape on a new floor will tear up the.
Use a paint
the
tape.
finish.
Yeah.
No, I know, you have to be very careful when people put tape.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
just
it'll
put a
tear-
paint tape
It's
on.
been a lot of years since it's been redone. And then when we were boating down there in the winter and people were going in there with mud and dirt and it stove it up, and I'm pretty passionate about that floor, if you can understand.
Yeah, no,
But I think
just-
it needs to be fixed, and Abrams has always been the one that has done it. He's a local man, local contractor. I think we should, we should support local business and have it done.
And have the basketball lines done.
Do
And
we,
he does that all.
right,
It's
I
all
mean,
part of the
understand.
course.
I'm just gonna ask the question.
And then there's,
Did
why
anybody
do we
look to
make
see
an
if we have-
exception for that and not other things?
What's
I'm
that?
sorry?
And then there's the question, that begs the question, if we're over our limit of the dollars we should go out to bid with, why do we make a special exception for him and not for others?
Well, I guess.
Help me answer that.
I think we need a couple other bids. I think we should have a 3-bid
We
system.
can get other bids, I'm fine with
I think
that.
we should too.
No, that's due
And I
process.
expect he'll be the lowest.
I think he probably will be.
He
the
could
lowest, but-
he could be, but he, I don't know what that, I'd like to get 2 more bids, please.
Got it down.
Yep,
I think we go by.
And
And
then-
go-
and then we'll put
we'll
that on the
table
next-
it till next
Table it
time.
to the next one.
and try to get us 2 more quotes.
All right, we're gonna move on. CIP update, says completed this last week. We'll set a date for the budget committee to meet with the select board. I don't know if you want to elaborate any more on that, or is there anything else we
No,
need
it's
to know?
thank the people that showed up, and we're having a hard time getting the budget committee and the select board together. So I'll keep trying, sending dates out there. I can meet anytime. I don't know about.
Should be at our next
So
meeting.
the 29th, is that just a
I
budget
think that I
meeting?
only heard back from 3 people on that one. So,
That's just a budget meeting?
well, that was a budget meeting and select board.
Select
Oh, it
board.
was?
That's what we're
Budget,
trying to set up.
select board, CIP, isn't it?
The only one from budget committee that has not responded is Merle. Everyone else is all good to go.
They've
For what
responded,
date?
Yes, the
Come
only
to
one that
me?
has not responded to the email thread is Merle.
Okay,
And he's still dealing
Let's get her
with
done then.
stuff.
okay, can,
What date is it?
April 29th.
April 29th, that works for
We
me.
do have one problem for that night, that is
That's
also
a
the
school
night that
vote.
we are voting on the
Right.
school budget. So we'd have to be done, if the select board comes in at 6:30, we have to be done by 6:45, so we can get down to the school to go vote on the school budget.
Why are we coming at 6:30? Why can't we come earlier?
Right,
Come at 5.
I know, we can all come
We
at
can't
5.
do 5, only because the budget committee needs to finish their process. We have not done that yet. We've been waiting on CIP numbers. We have not taken.
So
our
you're
final-
gonna-
We can work through that process shortly
we were all
in that
set with
meeting.
it now, we just
Yeah.
got to present it to
It's
me.
not a big deal.
But we still have to take our final votes on the numbers that.
That's fine, that can all happen right in that damn meeting.
Okay,
I'm good
so,
with it, we gotta get it done.
Okay.
It's-
so you're saying that 4/29 is not only a budget, you're gonna have a budget meeting, but you're also gonna have a budget select board meeting?
Have it at 5 and the budget selectmen 5:30.
Okay, so have a budget meeting at 5,
Yep.
and then have a select board budget at 5:30.
I think we prefer to wait for you guys to come in till 6. We do still have some clarifications and whatnot.
I don't think it's gonna take that long,
So,
I really don't.
I think people are gonna wanna get out of here and go down to the school thing, so I didn't realize that was a select board thing, I'm gonna have to adjust.
No, we all
So-
have always met
That's-
like that.
All right, I didn't know that,
No, but it's
all right.
It's a process that has to happen. It's been drawn out this year longer than any time I've ever seen it.
Okay.
And it needs to be done in a timely fashion.
That was set up
Okey-dokey.
by
We're
somebody
at
who's
5
no
for the
longer
budget
here.
committee and
Yeah, I know.
5:30
For the
for
select board, yeah. All right.
I know.
All right,
I
town
know
credit
this.
card, town financial policy, set for $10,000. The card will be located at the town office. So basically, it looks like you guys got approved. Is that what I'm reading?
Did you get approved?
Approved, yeah.
They approved
So we're all
us?
set? All right, so that's good. Maine Planning Board workflow sheet, Susan wants,
Susan didn't want to speak. Susan distributed this, and everybody was supposed to look at it
I like
and
it.
provide feedback.
I liked it.
Did you like it? Thank
Yes,
you.
good job.
I know Christina had things she wanted to add, but this was just addressing
The
that,
flow.
yes, it was just the flow of how it worked.
Where did this come from?
I looked it up and I pulled it together, so I looked it up online.
Where? Is it a statute or?
I can't remember, Phil, it was 2 weeks ago. I'm thinking I did a comparison. Oh, that's what I did. I did a comparison to other towns, and I did a ChatGPT, and then I would have gone into the Maine Gov and looked there as well. So I just kind of consolidated it.
I did see an
Does it-
email that Christina wrote, and it was quite extensive, so
Yeah.
But
I
this
think.
is-
It is.
Oh, it was MMA involved here as well, Phil.
Okay.
There was
Thank you.
MMA information, so.
Yeah, Christina has a lot.
I think it's a
that she
good,
wanted
I
to
think
add.
it's a great
It's a good
start, but I also know that Christina wants saying it and she's off this week, so I think,
Table
Well, I
it, Phil.
I think we should table it,
Christina's-
you should work with Christina.
Christina's getting a lot more detailed
That
with it,
works.
so this was the basic flow.
Yeah, no, I get it, I just think it needs,
Table it, and you,
Table it,
can you
and-
work, set a time to work with
Yeah.
Sue with Christina?
No, yes, I can.
Thank you.
I've already spoken with Christina,
Perfect.
so.
yeah, because she's gonna have to meet with Christina.
Maybe you should work with the planning board.
Well, Christina
What a good idea.
had it's all policy and protocol, it's not,
Christina's our contact. I
Yes.
went to the planning board.
um,
Okay, so now we need to.
okay, so, we're doing that. We're back to new business.
Yeah, wait till the hearing part.
Now we're at, so the hearing is done, so, there should be a line item in there stating that
Yeah, but
we're gonna, pass through the,
Pass it as dated, right?
pass it as amusement permit for Grand Central Wine and Bar, the wine and spirits liquor license.
Venom.
I think that, sorry. It's actually funny. In compliance to the town special amusement permit ordinance and in compliance with section 653, title 28A of the revised statute of Maine as amended. So we have to we have to make a motion if we're gonna accept any A, B, C, and D.
Okay. You want a motion
Yes, please.
on the first one?
A,
yeah.
public hearing number 1.
Yeah. I want to make a motion to renew Grand Central Wine Bar LLC DBA Grand Central Wine Bar, special amusement, and title it D.
Do we have a second? That's all of it.
That's everything.
I want them to be exactly like they were. Again,
That's all
my
of the above.
opinion though is these A, B, C, D, nobody knew about them. Nobody else has ever gone through
No.
this.
We've always just, they came in,
She filled out the application that was there. I think she should be approved for what she submitted.
that's D.
That's my
D.
opinion.
Then that's
So you
D.
got a second?
Well, I don't agree we should use the letters. If moving forward, yeah, go ahead.
Well,
but-
D is all the above.
D's all the above.
It's everything.
It's everything.
So it suits this, the.
So basically, she can carry on in what
ordinance.
she's been doing.
Well, just what she's been submitting it, just like this is doing
Well,
it, just
it's
like she's
fine,
doing. That's what
but
I'm
D,
saying.
D will give them no hang-up, so if they pull
Well,
the
I've never
ordinance.
used D before.
I
Nobody
know.
even knows
I'm
what
just
that
saying it
ordinance-
D
I think
because it's-
crazy. I think it, I don't even think we should
So are we
be
gonna have a
looking at
second
that.
on this one?
Well, I want her to get her
You can
license.
second it.
But
Tia?
I don't really care if there's a D.
So you second it?
She don't really care, there's a D.
I don't care if there's a D. I think we need to look at that
Oh,
whole ordinance and we need to review it. I don't think it pertains to this person applying for something not knowing.
But if she is claiming she read it,
She probably doesn't even know
I
what
think
it
there's
is.
enough
it doesn't
confusion.
matter. It's not up for us to know that. I'm assuming,
Well, it's-
I am going to assume that Karen read it. She probably, nobody has notified them, or nobody has
No,
notified anybody coming
I
forward.
just want her to
if
have
it's
her
A, B, C, or
license,
D.
so
If
I'll
that's
second your
something-
motion, because I just want her to have her license.
There we go.
Want to have a license. So you
Crazy.
second it.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's
And
ridiculous.
we've discussed it at length, so all in favor? Okay, next, B,
I make a motion, we renew the application for Grand Central Wine Bar LLC, DBA Grand Central Wine Bar for its malt, and I don't know the second word, spirits,
Wine and spirits.
spirits and liquor license.
I wanna know who was drinking writing that. Just
That
so you
is-
know.
Whatever,
Looks like someone
venom.
had a few.
Do I got a second
Do
on
we have a
that?
second on that?
Second.
All in favor?
There you go.
Thank you.
What is that word?
Venus.
Venus?
Okay. C?
Yeah, it doesn't mean- yeah, I guess it does. I was looking, I thought it was a M. Huh?
We need a motion for C.
Make a motion to approve the compliance with the town special amusement permit ordinance.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you. And D?
I make a motion is in compliance with section 653 of title 28-A of revised statutes of Maine as amended.
Good second?
I'll second that.
All in favor? Thank you. It passes.
Wow.
So, Central Wine Bar can go forward and
Let's get this
Grand
down.
Central Wine Bar can do the, start business. All right. We're gonna go to E, policy regarding Roundup, no change due to eliminate the penny.
All right, pennies have stopped being made. We know any place we go, they want you to pay with exact change. We're gonna have a lot of our summer people coming in. People have been paying with big bills. I would like the board to adopt this policy. There are other towns, there are a bunch of us clerks that work together on this so that we are able to put this, in the event we will run out of pennies. But if we have this and when that time comes, and it's only for money, someone had asked, a check or credit card, that doesn't matter. It's just
Yeah, for cash. I don't have a problem with it.
Want a motion?
Yeah, we need a motion.
Make a motion that we accept the roundup policy due to the elimination of the pennies.
Second.
All in favor? So we need that, also, the central line bar, do we have to sign any of that?
No, that's all done. I do that through the state. I just list that it was approved by the board.
Oh, that's different. We used to have to sign
Yes,
for
no,
it.
it's all electronic.
Man,
Quick question on that one.
Which one, the penny?
The one that you just said, that state in regards to cash transactions, like you just said, check, cash, or...
Well, we would never take a check in for more than the person is writing it for, so we would never give them change back from a check.
no.
Does that make?
Right, but you were saying round up, so...
Only money. Checks will not be rounded up. Checks nor credit
That's what I
cards.
meant,
Screw
as far as
up.
cash transactions.
That's it, cash, yes.
You just gave us a penny for our thoughts. Thank you.
And I can give you my 2 cents worth.
Your 2 cents.
Outside.
You gonna round it up?
Oh, I...
I'll round you up.
Round up, all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's good.
Make it count.
Be a round house.
Oh my God. All right, reports, town officials, all right, town manager.
Thank you. Spoke with Sebago Fiber, and they're pretty much ready to go. I think all the wire is in place, just needs to be hooked up. And they want to meet on April 27th, and, they got a few people they asked for, Bill, the teacher, and Jim. I don't really care who comes to meet, but I think we ought to meet and get this thing moving and get it hooked up.
How is that at?
I said I'd have a time, well, I don't, so they haven't set a time yet.
Come on, boss.
Chief,
So,
Just give me some notice, because...
I will.
Thank you.
Yes.
But
What's that?
but we did set it for the 27th.
This
right?
27th, yes.
Just don't have a time yet?
That's right, that's right. Sebago Technics, town been trying to work with them, maybe sign another contract for planner services. I sent a couple emails out today, one to Standish, and I know Carolyn spoke with them, and I sent one to Naples about sharing services, and Naples got back right off and wanted to know what we wanted. And so I wrote back to them and told them what we were looking to do, and I haven't heard back. I'll wait tomorrow if I don't hear from them. I'll
So this
email them
isn't,
again.
so this isn't just about Sebago Technics, it's about working with the other towns around us to see if there's something they can offer
Sharing.
us.
Yes.
Yes, so
Exactly.
that topic should
Yep.
be.
We already talked about CIP, and I don't know how to say that, Foley or Foley Road? Foley Road, had a little incident up there in 15th. Body of a truck caught the wires, telephone wires.
I just want to jump back real quick on Sebago
Okay.
text, if you don't guys mind. So we have a lot of emails that we've been talking with them on.
Right.
I wanted to kind of give anyone that's wanting to know is, I did go over the contract with Christina. I ripped it apart. So it's definitely in the town of Sebago's favor. Sebago Tech is definitely pushing hard to make sure that there is a contract. I did speak with today the planner, assistant planner over in Standish, who was fantastic. Gave me some great insight about how, Standish is doing things. So it's something that, we did go back to Sebago Tech, because no matter what town I talk to, they will need some form of engineering set of eyes. Even Standish uses them, or not, will uses a service for planning services. But I will say that we did go back to, I don't know where it sits because Christina's out this week, but we did take that contract and we really we ripped it apart. So, you know, I think they're willing to work with us in some fashion, obviously for any type of form of planning services, but I would like Christina to basically update us on that.
Okay.
So how is the budget gonna follow that?
It all depends if Sebago Tech agrees.
Okay.
We've slashed fees, we
Okay.
rearranged the whole
What,
fund.
what are the new fees? We'll see how,
He hasn't agreed to anything, so
Okay.
it's, at the moment, we don't have, that's,
So that information will come back to the
but
board.
I agree with you in concept.
yeah, we have to, it has to come back. He has to either agree to it or not. If he doesn't, then we're gonna have to look
Yeah,
at
but we're
other-
gonna make the approval of the five of us if we're gonna take it.
Well, the planners still need, yes, but just understand, no matter what,
You're gonna
the
need a
town of
planning
Sebago is
service.
going to need some form of planner's fees.
You have to.
for
Right.
services.
I understand that.
So-
But Standish, you're saying does not use Sebago Technics.
No, they use some other guy.
Yeah, so there's other people out there, is my point.
North Star that's doing comprehensive plan offers planning services.
So we're gonna have to talk to Christina about it. I would prefer to have a
We might
discussion
need
with
to-
her. She's gonna have to come forth and kind of go through what her needs are and so
Yep.
forth, so. Foley, we know about the accident, so beach update?
Yeah, I had a meeting with Jake. I put you down as the chairman of the committee. I don't know if you want
Yeah,
or
okay.
not, but,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And if you want to do your presentation right now and talk, given.
Sure, I mean, it's just updates, on just some short-term stuff for this season, and then obviously long-term planned out stuff. So for the short-term projects that we were working off the task list that was presented by, or rounded up by you guys, just some short-term stuff, hopefully getting into works for this year. The first one being securing an actual tow contract, and start actively towing violators down there that either don't have a town pass, or are parked illegally in the way or where they're not supposed to. We were, as a group, thinking Standish towing due to closeness, response times, stuff like that. If that's the case that we go, then it goes to my next point. We would just have to upgrade the signage down there, with towing rules, current contract, the company that tows, and ensure that there are no parking areas and everything is properly marked. Right now, there are still some old signages down there for, I'm assuming, the old tow contract company. So those would just have to be removed.
Didn't know there was.
Well, you've gotta remember though, you're a committee, so you're making suggestions, so it
Yes,
has to
yeah.
come to the board, and then we also have to
Yeah.
have Jim involved in that as well.
Yes, no, so everything for us would go to John. This is just obviously our list that we sort of created and then approached him in our meeting last week. The next thing we brought to John, or brought forward, was the beach attendant that proposed into a longer season. Currently, they run from Memorial Day to Labor Day. We propose May 1st to Columbus Day. Due to the amount of non-residents, marinas that use the ramp to remove boats at the lake, fishing charters that aren't from this town, and that also comes into the age of the ramp that is starting to get up there. I mean, Scotty, I believe you installed it when you were, or helped do it, so it's getting up there in age, it is getting used, and that is just making that come quicker. So that was a big thing we approached John with. Also talking with Jim and John about altering where the little shade structure is down there, a little bit closer towards the beach to allow more parking. Right now, it's just sort of in the way of where it is right now. The big one obviously is having the beach reshaped for the season, and then also at that same time trying to get the parking lot graded a little bit better to allow proper drainage from the far corner that obviously is a big puddle due to rain and boat runoff. Just trying to get that all sloped a little bit.
You mean in reshaping is dredging it some?
No, we're currently just doing the piles.
Okay.
Yeah, spreading the piles out,
Okay.
everything that's
No,
already there.
I was just curious.
Yep, so that's the big one we've been working with John, to get to talk about with Jim. And that, is there any update on, from that one?
He said that, let me see in his report, that when they have time, they're doing different things.
Okay.
When they have time, they're gonna go to the beach, so it should be anytime.
Okay. The next one would just be ensuring that everything down at the beach is within ADA compliance, porta potties, all the access, everything like that.
Has the town called on the porta potties?
They're there. They're not, I don't know if there was a miscommunication on the location, so they showed up yesterday, and they're both up at the old bathroom.
That's perfect.
So they're, yeah.
Who
We saw
called for them?
Who did that?
So I don't.
Is that Jim
I,
called for them?
It used to be Maureen.
I will, yes.
Thank you.
so they're there, they're just not in the right position. But then going back to the ADA, that would involve, we'll start talking about that there's supposed to be a concrete pad, I believe, so just getting into some stuff with that.
For the porta potties?
Yes. Yeah. This next one, just in sort of talking with the LEA, me and John have chit-chatted a little bit about the LEA. They involve the boat inspectors, the courtesy boat inspectors, that inspect for the milfoil that's down the river. With it, that has sort of blown up in the last 2-ish years, to the point where they are, so my conversations with the LEA, we are the highest resident boat ramp that's not public, so private. We are the highest number of frags found last summer, and that was only from 2 days a week. We are only behind the state park for frags found, so it is a significant number of frags that come from that part of the river and that boat ramp. And all that does is we're hurting every other body of water around us that boat could potentially go to. So just sort of trying to understand that a little bit more, how all that works through the town and sort of through the public. And then that gets to my next one. That has sort of made us try to come up with a way to install a milfoil wash station, which is a very common way to help with immediate risk of spread. Tricky Pond right up 114 has a beautiful setup with their new boat ramp that they did about eight years ago, which is right up by 114 when you're driving by. It's that little shed that if you turn right on, it has an automated timer, so it's...
What is it? It run off electric, like an electric pump?
It's just a little shed, and basically what it does is it has all their little motor in there.
Yep.
And on the outside, it's a lock shed, so on the outside it just has a timer that you twist
spin on,
and then it just continue, and you just a rolled up hose and boom, you spray everything down.
It's a great idea.
And it's right away, it's far enough distance away from the lake where it's not gonna run down into the water.
Yep, no.
And that's just...
That's gonna be a permit by rule, I'm sure.
Yeah, and that's well, there's not a lot of, the restrictions are very simple. There just has to be a gravel, or it doesn't have, it can't be paved, and then just obviously far enough where it's not gonna run back into the lake. So obviously the upper parking lot for that is a good location that we're still trying to.
I would, if it passes, I would definitely look at your setbacks for, like, that corner there needs to be fixed.
Yep.
Where you're coming up through the ground just before the landing, because you're gonna have to widen that aggressively eventually when they do that road.
Yep.
Because that's somebody's gonna get killed there eventually, not killed at slow speed, but somebody's gonna crash.
Yeah. The next one was just to get John, Charlie, Finchette, and Christine together, and I said all 4 of us, and really work on the dredging permits with the town. I know Charlie was in talks with Michael about that before Michael left, so just wanted to start that, make sure that permit is all set for the fall when that time comes to get back at that project. And then the most recent one I had is, so I actually, as of recently, I have a resident in town that does aerial drone shots. He did some down in that area to help us out, and I just received those the other day, so I'm still going through those, and I'll introduce those to you guys once I've gone through them all and labeled everything, but just to help in the projects and stuff like that. He is in talks, he wants to try to do some elevation stuff, and he wants to use it as sort of a test.
Is that Glenn?
Yeah, Glenn got it. Yeah, so he went down, I met him last Friday, and we did about 25 shots of all over, so I'll produce those as I go through them. And then obviously long-term stuff that everyone knows is the jetties have to be sort of taken care of. Both the channel one and the one on the other property line, they're just at the age where work needs to be done. So that's a long-term project that John spoke to John about, just either it has to go Army Corps of Engineers, DEP, whatever is the best path, and go down through that. And then the only other thing I have is future milfoil control plans. Again, that falls back in the LEA, and just with grants, state grants and all that stuff. And then making walking trail access from the upper lot safely down, so you don't have to do that road.
Are you guys looking at widening the road from the end of the Marina Road all the way through?
We haven't, how we sort of took the list where we took it as priority importance. What we did was we took, obviously this season, that was obviously top priority. And then what we sort of did was went down the list for 2, 3, 4, and then kept going as also the size.
Yep.
The road, that's something we wanted to plan on taking, but we weren't also sure as a group if if there was another comprehensive plan that had something for that road or the other part of the town, so we hadn't gotten to the road yet, but it is on the list. It's overall condition, because I know, I mean, I go down there every day, and this winter, it did take it hard. I mean, there's a lot of sections where they'll have to be filled.
And the benefit of that road is the town owns most of the property on both sides.
So.
How many times does the beach committee meet?
Quite a pinch.
So we are meeting every 2 weeks. So our next meeting is actually this Thursday at 6:30 down at the town beach. So it's gonna be our first meeting down there.
I was just curious.
To sort of do a walk around. But we've been trying, going into the busy season, we've been doing every 2, and then as the summertime gets started, we might cut back to once a month, depending on the schedules.
No, cool, that's great. It sounds like that committee's working
Meeting
out.
times and dates.
6:30.
What's your next meeting?
This Thursday at 6:30.
This Thursday?
Yeah, this 23rd.
And that's at the beach?
At the beach, at the lower lot.
Thank you.
Yep.
I will not be there.
Yeah, you're next.
All right, I guess we've already mentioned that the town meeting's been moved to June 23rd. We're still meeting with Stickney Road. We're making some headway there. We're gonna meet again on the 28th. And the planning board held a workshop with the town attorney in a little review, different ordinances and whatnot. I guess that, from what I understand, the meeting went well. And the things I added was the old fire station. Amy advised us that should probably be on an article on the warrant, because the town built that building with taxpayer money, and she said they should have the final say.
Okay.
Oh, and I emailed his lawyer today. I haven't heard back from him, told him, what we're doing. And I don't know if you guys maybe could just say, hey, let's just do it, but her advice was don't.
Okay.
Well, follow the lawyer's advice.
All right, website comparisons. Karen had give us a company at the last meeting, and I've been in contact with them. And I'm doing a little comparison. What I'll do is I'll send those sheets or whatever off to you guys so you can look at them. And maybe the next meeting we can go over
Yeah, let's
that.
add on the next meeting. We've had too much tonight.
And I think what it was is this Zebra Love, or what, the one that Karen brought up, it sounds like it's a little more user-friendly, and that anybody should be able to learn how to do it.
Is there something that we should get comparisons like?
Oh, yes, I'm gonna get some more,
Okay.
but these
All right.
were the 2 I had right here.
Okay,
We were
perfect.
with Civic Plus now, I think we're with. And the fire department hit a sign, these things happen. I don't know if you wanna say anything about that, Phil. We're still waiting for the report. I didn't get a hold of anybody today, but.
What sign, Bill?
There was a small incident Friday, rescue backed into David Shay's Getty sign, and it.
I saw the sign on the ground, I was
It
curious.
fell down, the shroud.
Yeah.
It's, it's an old sign, and the rescue hit the pole
Boy,
and.
you couldn't have picked the worst candidate.
So, the sign, fell down, it was reported, there was no structural damage or any damage to the unit, it's still functional, just a little bit cosmetic. I told Davis to call around, get quotes, because obviously we owe you a new sign.
Yep.
He doesn't recall who actually put that sign in, because of the age of it.
been there since I remember.
Right, so maybe, having to upgrade his sign to accommodate the fact that that one is so,
It's our boo-boo. Yeah.
it's, nobody was hurt. so-
That's the benefit. Accidents happen.
Anything?
I had asked for some department updates, and you said you really only wanted them once a month, but I got a couple, I'll go over the clerk's office, just at Kurt Christensen, Scott Douglas, Michael Hawks, and that Thomas and Karen Wiles, have all turned in papers, so they'll be on the ballot on June 9th. And at the end, she talked about tax payments are rolling in the next date. Second payment is what, May 7th?
Yes.
And right now, we're at about a 57% tax rate collection, which is pretty good. It's only been a half a year, so hopefully we're gonna see a spike in that, and that is all I have. Thank you. Oh, did you want something on the comprehensive?
Well, I'll ask you. Phil, do you have anything for select board?
Nope.
Scott?
Nope.
Susan?
Oh, I got one thing. His short-term rental ordinance was included in our packet. And the intent, I know Christina mentioned it in her email, but the intent of this was to say, hey, do we want to hand this to the planning board as a beginner for them to start working? I don't know.
It came from Christina?
No, it came from me. So we talked about it at a select board meeting, and it's just never gone anywhere, so I started it and thought.
What is that?
It's a short-term rental, we had talked about this a couple
Okay.
times. So if we want to hand this over to the planning board as a beginning step.
They have one mostly crafted from the ordinance review committee, if you'd like to copy, I can send it to you.
Well, it's not up to us to write the ordinance, so I think it should go to the
Well,
planning board personally.
I'd love to see that get started.
What?
I'd love to see that get started.
Well, I would too, and if they
think
pass something
Christina
from the
would, too.
ordinance, it's just sitting there.
I'd say hand
Christina
it off
said-
to Christina.
Christina
Hand it
said-
off.
Christina said yes, that she would like to see this, but she was holding it,
Yeah,
I can't remember what she was holding it for, but she agreed.
yeah, good. Thank you.
I'm good with it.
Where are we with the comp plan? We've got a lot of money going into that North Star, and I haven't heard squat.
What they're dependent on mostly, what Garrett said, is the survey still. I mean, and they've been meeting once a month at least, but I don't know just how far along they are, because I don't think any,
When's their next meeting?
Last Monday of the month.
The last Monday of the month, so
So-
next
Monday.
Next Monday?
27?
Yep.
What time is it?
Good question.
The other one was
agenda
at
is not-
6, I think.
I'm not sure, sometimes it's been 5.
Okay.
I just know that we got a lot going into that. I'm just hoping that it's
But it is the 27th.
moving along.
Yes.
I have an additional comment to that effect, and one of the things I'm concerned about is the last time we did this, we had half the population, and we had 600 responses, which is better than half. Right now, we got like 100 or something.
We haven't hit 100 yet.
Well,
That's terrible.
what I recommended at the last meeting, and I'd like some input and some push from this board to do a mailing to every, I'm gonna say this right, resident in this town.
I thought that was something that was brought up in the meeting.
I thought it would be a part of that, but there seems to be, when I talked about that, there seemed to be some pushback on, everybody was just gonna go talk to their friends and we'd get it now. That's not the way that should,
We
that's
did.
not the way that should happen, in my opinion.
Who, is there a chair to that?
No, they don't want bylaws, they don't want Robert's rules. It is our comprehensive.
Well, it's a committee, so you
However,
don't, it's a committee.
We don't vote on anything.
Right, it's a committee.
Yes.
But I'm just wondering, is there anybody running the committee?
Phil, if you were there, right?
No, but I just had a question. I do remember you guys were gonna be looking into the contract with them to see what was involved with Maine.
It's in the, I have the contract.
I asked
It is part of that in the
I asked
contract.
Garrett to look into that, and I never heard back, so.
Can you find out what Garrett, where we are with that?
that
Because
North Star,
the contract. Yeah, I gave you a copy of that too.
Is it North Star that doesn't
I
want the
think if we don't do
structure?
a mailing, we fail
Okay.
at that.
In my opinion, yes.
Oh, okay,
In
no, I
my
was just
opinion,
curious.
yes. They were very adamant the night that we were
Yeah.
discussing how the structure was going to be,
That they didn't
that
want.
they did not want to do that.
Well, whether it's in there or not is the first question, and if it's not, we're spending about 50K with them roughly. We have a $75,000 budget, we can do a mailing.
Or better yet, we can call them here and have a review.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, I like
Maybe
that.
we should call them and have a
Sooner
review.
the better.
Contract that they cover it, so they
Yeah.
Can you, yeah,
So, we shouldn't pay for something that's already covered.
I agree.
yeah, let's check
But we
the
need to review
contract
it, I
and
guess.
It's not
then,
in there.
No.
let's talk at the next,
I agree.
let's talk at the next select board meeting if we're gonna wanna pull them in and have a meeting.
Sounds good.
Because there's a lot of money, and if they're just sitting there, I'm not interested in fighting. Road committee, has anything come out of that? Is anything going on with road committee?
No, we missed our last meeting,
When's the next?
canceled it. We have to set up the date for the next one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's been hard because a couple of our members, they do stuff that didn't allow them to come to the meetings, so we've had one meeting and it was only, we couldn't even consider it a meeting because there wasn't enough people here for a meeting. So I'm trying to get them rallied and get them
Alright,
to a meeting.
alright,
But
this is public time, it's important, let's do it. Claudia,
Side.
I'm just exhausted.
Well, you see Cam. I don't know if anybody was at Saturday's thing down at the school, the spring fling.
No.
the Easter egg thing?
Huh?
The Easter egg thing?
Picture those little plastic eggs that you have to take apart, and they're not that much fun to put together. Every one of them, he had a bin full of them, hundreds of them, taken apart with a piece of candy or a little toy in it, then put all back together and spread out over the entire school play yard and ball field for kids to pick up. Imagine that guy's height, bending down and putting down all those little Easter eggs all over the... He worked his little tail off.
It's gonna be a good daddy.
And then came up with all the other games to go afterwards, so give him a high five when you see him.
There you go.
It's a lot of work.
He's a good egg.
He's a good egg, I'm gonna miss
I got
him.
one more thing, Carol.
Nice.
Yeah,
Something like that.
He's a good egg.
go ahead, Karen.
Like that, pun
Can
intended.
you tell me how, when you take an ordinance and send it to the lawyers,
Yep.
are we charged per ordinance, or is it for the time involved?
For the
This amount of
Oh,
time,
yeah, it's by the
I'm
time.
gonna remind you that we have 4 others that were shelved from earlier this year that are all ready to go and just need legal review, that you guys ended up, you couldn't decide who was gonna pay for it and whatnot. But if you have a pile that are going to the lawyer, which
Doesn't
does not
work,
make
Karen.
sense.
it doesn't work like
Doesn't
that.
work that way.
Okay, yeah, that's why I asked how it works.
We don't
So-
support, if we don't support the ordinance, it doesn't
It
go
doesn't go.
through.
Yeah.
It's gotta be
Okay.
a vote by the board to accept it and send it to the ordinance.
Correct, okay.
To
Thank you
to
for
legal.
clarifying that.
Yep.
I also want to caution this board, this is regarding the nuisance fire alarm. I'm gonna stir the pot a little bit here. We have a video with the chief targeting this one location, and it is on film. It is all over the internet, it is posted on YouTube. This place that you are targeting, and I
Actually, you know
understand
what,
he is
hold it,
no longer
but no,
targeting.
you're gonna hold on a minute. First of all, I apologize, I should have stopped this right out of the gate. You can't go after,
Personnel.
I'm
personnel.
not.
This is, it.
Well,
yes,
I'm
you
not.
stated
you're
the,
attacking personnel and I'm gonna stop you.
This
Is there
the
anything else,
ordinance.
Karen?
This is the
I
ordinance.
have to
No,
stop
you-
you or I'll stop this meeting. Stop. We don't go after personnel.
I was not trying to go after person.
well, you
I am
stated
bringing
a
up
specific.
a legal issue.
You're
No,
not a
you're not.
lawyer.
You're specifically
not. However, I
saying
work
one
in the
person.
field.
Karen?
Just stop.
I work in
Karen,
the field.
I'm gonna stop.
My wife works
That's
in the
it. Do you
program.
have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? We're done. Come on.